Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since my last video. I'm back with another tutorial. So since neon color has been such a big trend recently and I'm really digging it, so for today's video I'm doing a neon pink eyeliner look, which I think is perfect for the springtime, and I had a lot of fun doing this look. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. For the first step, I'm going to apply some Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist on my clean skin to give myself a really glowy base. So for today's look, I'm not going to use any foundation. I'm only going to use concealer to cover up my imperfections. I'm using two different ones. The first one is from Makeup Forever. It's the self-setting concealer. I'm using the color number 32. It is the perfect match for my skin. I'm applying it to any dark spots or blemishes that I have on my face and let it sit for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge to blend out the concealer. The next concealer I'm using is by CoverGirl. It's the Ready Set Gorgeous in the shade Fair. It is a few shades lighter than my natural skin. I'm using it only below my eyes and on my nose bridge and a little bit on my chin just to brighten up my complexion. Again, you just want to let it sit for a bit and then blend it out with a beauty sponge. To set the face, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. You guys already know I use this every single time. It's because I can never find another powder as good as this one. It just never gives the same finish. This one, it gives you a flawless, poreless look. Especially for my under eye area, I just love it. So that's why I go back to this every single time. So if you've seen this too many times, I'm sorry, but it's my favorite. Also, my favorite way to apply this powder is to actually dip the beauty blender into the powder and blend it out. Really work it into your skin instead of leaving it on and let it bake. I found that way you actually melt the powder into your foundation or concealer or whatever that you're using, and it really gives you like a Photoshop face-tuned look under your eyes especially. The only time I bake is when I'm carving out my cheekbone, which is right now that you see. And I don't really leave the powder on for too long because it gives me like little bumps. So I like to brush it off right away. Then I just like to go over my face again with the brush with the leftover powder on it. Then, just to make sure my base is not going to move around while I do the rest of my makeup, I'm just going to set it with the Makeup Forever setting spray. So before moving on to the brows, I'm just going to quickly apply some Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion and let it sit while I do my brows. So for the brows, I've been really into these bushy, thick brows recently. So I'm just going to try to attempt doing that. I'm using the Benefit Gimme Brow Gel in the shade number 2. Really what I'm doing is just brushing my brow hair into different directions to give it like an unruly look. Then I'm going to go over it with a brow pencil. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. So I'm just filling up the gaps at the front of my brows and then just really lightly define the tail a bit just to make it look more cleaned up. Then really I'm just going back and forth with the brow gel and the brow pencil just to make sure the front part of my brow looks unruly but at the same time defined. For eyeshadow today, I'm using the Jeffree Star's Blush Sugar palette. The first shade is called Glucose, which is a very nice opaque matte white. I'm using it as a base. Then using the same brush, I'm going into Sugarcane, which is a very subtle light pink, almost like a nude color. I'm just using it as a transitional shade and place it into my eye socket. Next shade I'm using is a shimmery gold color called Sweetener. I'm just placing it on the center and the front of my lid. Just make sure when you apply eyeshadows, you use a clean fluffy brush to blend out all the colors so they look seamless. The next shade I'm using is called Cavity. It is a really bright magenta pink. I'm just using it to prep for my lash line for the neon pink color that I'm going to use later on to line my eyes. So I'm just placing this into my lash line, and then with a fluffy brush I'm blending it out into my outer corner and into the crease a little bit. Then just to give my outer corner a bit more dimension, I'm going into Intravenous, which is this burgundy brownish dark color. I'm just using a tapered brush and focusing on the outer corner. And now we're gonna go into the most exciting part of this look, which is eyeliner. So the eyeliner I'm using is actually a liquid lipstick that I got the wrong shades in. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, please do, because I'll update you with all these stupid things that I do in my life. Anyways, this one is from Jeffree Star's Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Prom Night, which is a really bright neon pink. It looks really beautiful, but maybe not on my lips, so that's why I'm using it on my eyes. So what I'm doing right here is just using a flat eyeliner brush to dip into the liquid lipstick and then apply it as a normal gel eyeliner. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going back to the deep burgundy shade and intensify my outer corner a bit more. Then I'm just putting on some false lashes. These are from Ardell, I believe. Once the lash glue is dry, I'm just going over the lash band with a dark brown eyeliner just to make sure there is no gap or no glue showing on top of my eyelashes. After that, I'm just going back to the neon eyeliner just to make it look thicker and the wing a bit more dramatic. For lower lashes, again, I'm just going back to the deep burgundy shade and using a tiny eyeshadow brush and smudge it on. For inner corner highlight, I'm just using the ColourPop Golden State of Mind eyeshadow palette in the shade Girlfriend, which is a really beautiful shimmery white color. Then I'm just applying a black mascara onto my lower lashes and my upper lashes just to blend in with the falsies. For bronzer, I'm just using the trusty old Benefit Hoola bronzer. I'm just using an angled brush to contour my cheekbones and warm up around my face. Then for the cheeks, I'm using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Mood Exposure. Then I'm just using the Hoola bronzer again to contour my nose with a small fluffy brush. For me, I like to focus my nose contour right under my brows because that's the area where it really gives the illusion of a very tall and straight nose. After I'm done with the nose contour, I'm just going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Light Kit. I'm using it to highlight the bridge of my nose, my brow bones, and give a bit more light to my inner corners as well. And then for the face contour, I'm switching to my favorite highlighter, which is Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb How Many Carats. I'm using a fluffy brush just to sweep it on top of my cheekbone and then drag it upwards to my temple to give this wet look. It looks really beautiful, it's really blinding, and I just love it. For lip color, I'm using Jeffree Star's Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Jeffrey Who. First, I'm going to apply it onto my lips like a regular liquid lip, focusing on the center mostly. And then I'm going to use my finger to drag out the edges to make it look softer. After that, I'm just top it off with a gloss. I'm using the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. It gives me a bit shine as well as a plumping effect. Lastly, I'm just gonna finish my makeup with some setting spray. This one is from Makeup Forever, and we are done with the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what's your favorite trend for this spring and summer. And please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!